Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Well, good morning. It's Friday, November 11th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Still no earth-shattering election news just yet, and with today being a holiday, we will wait. Maybe the Board of Elections just likes to see candidates squirm. You know, I probably could get behind that movement, I think. All right, well, as I look at the calendar, I do see it is Friday, so let's get into the weekend, shall we? Yesterday afternoon, we were the first to break the news that WRNR had been sold to a Christian broadcasting group. Steve Kingston, the owner, sold it for $1.5 million, and the closing date and switch over to Christian programming will be within 10 days of FCC approval. Unknown when that will be. Steve told me he did retain the rights to the IP, or the intellectual property, and the call letters for WRNR, and said that they're looking at different frequencies on the FM dial. We have learned that may indeed be WSMD in Mechanicsville, Maryland. Now, that is Southern Maryland, and I'm not sure how powerful the station is. And I also wonder how an alternative rock station will do down there because, well, let's be honest, it is a shit-kicking country audience for the most part down there. But definitely sad news for Annapolis, as that essentially will leave no local radio stations in the capital of Maryland, as WNAV, although it still exists, is just a shell of what it once was, and programming is simulcast from Havre de Grace. There's a pretty amazing football game this weekend as Navy takes on Notre Dame, and the final home game of the season being played at Baltimore's M&T Bank Stadium on Saturday at noon. Number 20 Notre Dame is favored, as they usually are, but this is the second longest rivalry in college football. And for those that are wondering why we always play such a powerhouse, here's the Cliff Notes version. Back in World War II, Notre Dame lost most of their students to the draft and was in danger of going under. Navy couldn't train officers here in Annapolis fast enough, so they leased the Notre Dame campus to train officers and essentially kept the school afloat during the war. As a thank you, Notre Dame agreed to play Navy in football for as long as Navy wanted. So, here we are. The brigade will bus up to Baltimore on Saturday, and it will be a very special game for sure. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and our live blog, and watch for some more amazing photos from Glenn Miller, who will be down on the field for us at M&T Bank Stadium. Today is Veterans Day, and the city of Annapolis will be holding a small parade at 11 a.m. around Memorial Circle, and then a ceremony at City Dock. All veterans are invited to lunch at the Fleet Reserve Club afterwards. But speaking of Veterans Day, city, county, and state offices will be closed, schools will be open, post offices and banks are closed, as well as courts. And Heroes Pub will be open in West Annapolis, and they always do something special for our veterans. I'm going to be there at 11 a.m. along with the Military Ball folks to record a podcast as we kick off the now annual Who's Your Hero program. You want to stand by for that one. Stop by and say hello if you can. Yesterday, someone sent me an email asking me for a list of places open for Thanksgiving for those that don't want to cook. I did some snooping, and what I found out so far: Osteria, O'Brien's, Latitude 38, Chart House, Roost Chris, Cooper's Hawk, Buddy's, Carroll's Creek, Smashing Grapes, Rodizio Grill, Blackwall Hitch, and Blackwall Barn and Lodge, Maggiano's, Beacon Waterfront Galley and Dock Bar are all open for Thanksgiving, and pretty much any national chain or fast food place. And while we are thinking about our food on Thanksgiving, we also need to think about those who may go without. The Anne Arundel County Food Bank is busier than ever and struggling with the cost of food, just as we all are. To help them out, Leadership Anne Arundel is hosting a food drive next Saturday, the 19th, at Chambers Park in Parole. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., you can drive through, and we'll be there unloading your car for you and loading it all into a truck. We have a list of most needed items at eyeonannapolis.net, but please, if you can, come on out and donate food or even money. To make a quick, easy donation, you can text AACFB to the number 91999 and then just designate whatever amount you would like to donate. Oh, and I almost forgot, and I keep saying we because I am a lifetime member of Leadership Anne Arundel, but we also partner with Luminous AAMC Bloodmobile, which will be on site, so we will take your food, your money, and your blood. And if that is not enough, Hashtag Just One Sweater is back and looking for gently worn, clean sweaters, hoodies, and fleeces. Take a look through your closets, take a look through your pantries, and see what you can give. And hopefully we'll see you next Saturday between 10 and 2 at Chambers Park. Looking at the events calendar, other than Navy, it is pretty sparse as we head into Thanksgiving. Of course, the bars are hopping, and you can always check out yesterday's DNB for Bridget's Annapolis After Dark, or you can go to beeperbuzz.com for all of the nightlife info. And that's it for the news and events, but here is some podcast news for you. Tomorrow on the Local Business Spotlight, Unity Bands, a small but mighty nonprofit over in Arnold. And I thought Lifetime was going to be up next weekend, but I may slide them back a little bit because I think I want to put Chef Big Money in so you can learn all about his fantastic pies before Thanksgiving. We just recorded that yesterday, so I'll have to get off the stick and edit that next week. Of course, we do thank you for listening and putting up with us every day. I hope we add some value to your world, and if we do, leave a review somewhere or tell a friend to give us a listen. We also want to thank our sponsors, Solar Energy Services, Scout and Molly's, and the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long End Foster Company. It is Friday and the weekend is here, so now it's just time to say have a great weekend. Be nice to others, do something fun, and keep shopping local. Other than that, we'll see you here on Monday. Now hang tight because George from DCMDV Weather is here with your locally forecast weather. All that in just a bit.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhart of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company.
Hi, I'm Christy Neidhart. Gearing up for the Bay Bridge Run Walk, I figured if I was going to walk, then why not do it for a cause? And why not bring along some friends, too? I reached out to Stacy Nicholson of C&R Insurance and Dale Watson of Alpha Engineering, and they said yes, but why stop there? So, we're putting out an official challenge to join forces with us.
So we'll walk for a cause Sunday, November 13th. All funds raised will support backpacks for kids, Christmas for children, and diapers for babies. These programs make a difference in the lives of people throughout our community.
We invite you to walk with us. Join Team Walk the Walk Foundation, and registration is free. Visit WTWF.org to register and learn more. Already registered? No problem. You can still join our Walk the Walk fundraising team.
What's that website again?
WTWF.org.
Together we can rock this walk. Who's in?
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDV Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDV Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, November 11th. Yesterday was a great weather day for the Annapolis region, but conditions will be a bit stormy today, ahead of a cold stretch of weather starting Sunday. Look for warm highs today in the upper 60s to lower, maybe mid-70s in spots with a fair amount of rain too, along with a chance of some PM thunderstorms with a very small but valid chance that some of the storms bring damaging winds and even a tornado or two as the remnants of what was Hurricane Nicole yesterday morning striking the east coast of Florida will move by to the west of D.C. and Baltimore later today through tomorrow morning, but it'll be a fast mover. And that means sunshine will return Saturday with highs actually staying fairly warm for one last day with temps 65 to 70 degrees with breezy winds as well, gusting to 25 miles per hour at times. Before colder air then moves in behind the storm with high temps Sunday through at least Thursday of next week around 50 degrees each day with lows in the morning in the 30s and possibly upper 20s to maybe lower or mid 30s Monday and Tuesday morning, so plan accordingly for that. And stay tuned for updates throughout the day today in case severe weather does ultimately break out in any part across the area. Okay, that's it for today and this week. This is George Young of DCMDV Weather. Make it a great day and weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And definitely be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hi, I'm Betsy Abraham. My mom and I own and operate Scout Molly's, this amazing little boutique at the Annapolis Town Center, and we're here to help. Whether you are shopping for the beautiful ladies on your holiday list or for yourself, we have something stunning for every occasion, from casual to black tie. From the Parade of Lights to New Year's Eve, we have the perfect outfit for every event this year. Scout Molly's, Annapolis Town Center. Thank you for shopping local.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.